God, you're so annoying. We're at the oldest establishment in this town. I actually don't know how old it is. It's probably on their menus or something. I should just look at it. But I'm here with little Hoppy. She's being a sweet angel baby princess. So we're gonna get a little dinner. They are known for having a good Cobb salad, and this looks absolutely fire. What did you get, Dave?
Chicken sandwich. Looks very good. The chicken looks good.
Hell yeah.
I don't understand. I'm broken. I'm a broken dog. I'm a broken doggy. Alright, should we go around that?
Yeah.
Been over here, so. She needs to be reset. Yeah, one of two things. Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
So this is what we're going to take.
Okay.
I'll use
That settles it.
Thank you. Yeah. On these older cars, there's what's known as a choke. In order to start the car, you need to pull the choke out, make sure it's not in gear, which it isn't, press the start button, actually turn the ignition on, then press the start button.
So I know I'm biased because this is my product, but it has powers over me. I use this thing morning, noon, and night. It feels and smells like a 5-star spa experience. It's so nice. I use it in so many different applications, on bare skin, under my makeup, over my makeup. Dave uses it every day as well. It's part of his skincare routine. It's so easy, but it feels like such a luxury to use it. I would put this toe to toe with any luxury brand mist on the market, and I think this one would come out on top. So very proud of this. This is Glisten Up. It's our Hydra Boosting Facial Mist, and it's made with the tremella mushroom, which is known as the beauty shroom. It's been used since ancient China, and it leaves you with super dewy, glowing skin. So I'm about to use it this morning and finish getting ready, and then I'll tell you a little bit about the busy day that I have planned today and more about just this week in general and startup land. Oh, love this product. Obviously, I love all 3 of my products, but this is one of those that if I forgot it on a trip, I would genuinely be upset. And as a matter of fact, you can take it on your trips because this is 3.3 fluid ounces. So it's travel sized and you don't have to leave it at home. You go on your summer trips, you can bring the dewy skin with you. So I don't know, try Glisten Up. I am in love with it. So one thing nobody tells you about building a business is that you are constantly inundated by people asking you for money. It is never ending. And everything's expensive. Like all the non-negotiables. They either require a trademark attorney, a business lawyer, a tax guy, an accountant, contractors, a finance person. It's just a constant stream of insane expenses like you've never seen in your life. At least for me, like, you know, prior to starting a business, my biggest expenses were paying my rent, and it is a very different ballgame now. Obviously, when you go to start a business, you know that you're going to be taking on a lot of different costs in order to get that business up and running. But I just think it's funny how no one really breaks it down for you and really explains that like everything costs money, everything. It's just really insane, and it's very real. Like, it's a very real threat, I think, for everyone who isn't going into it with a giant piggy bank or like major investor money in the millions. So I had to rant about that for a second because it's on my mind. But anyways, I have a very busy and eclectic day today, and I think today is one of those where it's a perfect example of what being a founder of a small startup business looks like, because you're really all over the map. Like, it requires so much switch tasking and shifting your brain into different modes, from business mode to creative mode to operations mode and finance mode and so on. Some examples of things that I'm doing today. So first off, I have to close out this correspondence with my trademark attorney. What I didn't realize about trademarks is that you don't just say, I'm going to trademark Good Psyche, and everything that happens under the brand Good Psyche is covered by that trademark. That's not how it works. You have to trademark specific classes within your brand. So for example, one of the classes that I'm trademarking is for topical mist, and the class is more specific than that. It outlines a couple of different things. The classes tend to be very specific, so you have to kind of then work with your attorney to tailor the language in that class that you're filing for to suit what you're filing it for. Again, it all costs money, like the application for the trademark, the filings for the trademark. If you need to postpone filing the trademark because you're not ready, then that costs money. It's just literally every step of the way is another cost. I had kicked the can for this particular class for our face mist down the road a little bit because when it came due, oh, and of course they all have deadlines, right, where you have to submit. So when ours came due the first time, we hadn't quite launched yet. So this was before March. Now, obviously, we've been in business for a few months, and so we're ready to file it. When you go to file, you have to file under what's called a statement of use. So you have to be able to prove that product in that class has been in commerce at the time of the filing. So basically what that means is that transactions have been made, the product has been purchased across state lines at the time of the filing. That's something that I'm doing today, trying to close that out, get that filing done. It's just another tick. We have a bunch more classes that we still have to file for. I'm also working on planning some sponsored events. So we do some selective events where we sponsor products for them. So that means that I send free product samples, usually our little Blue Lotus pre-roll sample boxes. I'll send those to an influencer event, for example, in LA or in New York City or in Miami. They get those products in a goodie bag, and hopefully they try it and post about it. That's the hope, right? At the very least, what I get out of it, aside from exposure, is some content from the event. So typically the event host will send me photos, video content that I can then repost of our products at the event. They're hit or miss. Like, I've done some where those influencers will post about us and we'll get a little uptick in followership. And then I've done some where it's like pretty radio silent after the event. So it's hard to know what's gonna hit and what isn't. I'm trying to feel it out. Obviously, it is a cost to Good Psyche because I'm having to pay for shipping the products to the event, and obviously I paid for the products themselves and I'm giving them gratis to the host of the event. There's a couple of those types of events that are coming up. I am also implementing an AI solution. It's an integration for my site to A/B test pop-ups. So something that is really important is that when people land on your website, you have a pop-up that immediately engages them. I know they can be very annoying. I get annoyed at pop-ups when I visit other websites, but I understand why they exist. They're usually those pop-ups that say like, enter your email and get 10% off your first purchase. That's kind of what ours looks like, but I would like to test a few different styles of pop-ups and offerings on our site and see which ones perform better. I also just finished onboarding Good Psyche to Faire, which is a wholesale marketplace platform where brands can set up a storefront and sell their products wholesale to other businesses. So it's like a B2B platform. And I need to just do something to promote it and let the people know. What else? I need to do the creative and posting for Good Psyche's Instagram and our TikTok today. A lot of people say you really should get to the point where your content is planned and created 1 to 2 weeks in advance of it being scheduled to be posted. So you're just constantly a week or two ahead of your posting schedule. I'm not there yet. I still sort of do it on the fly, which is probably more stressful. A lot of people will say you should also have a content day, which is a dedicated day of the week that you bulk create and film everything that you're going to post for like the following week, for example. Then you're done making content for that week. I don't do that either. I do have a calendar and I do plan out in advance what I want to create, but I usually end up creating it like the day before or the day of. So it's a little more stressful. I don't think people realize how demanding it is and how much work it is to run the social media for your own business. And I'm doing this for 3 business pages right now. But Psyche, Fallbrook Farms, and The Littlest Apothecary, plus my own personal, which I try to keep up with and not be silent on there because I feel like even though my account has been shadow banned for the last year, it hasn't been allowed to grow for a year because I was posting about Blue Lotus flower, which was crazy. Given what I know at this point about Meta and how they run their dictatorship, I'm not surprised at all, but it's just funny that like my account gets 0 growth because it's shadow banned. I actually ran it through this software where it shows you if your account has been shadow banned or not. It like runs all these checks on it and shows you like the level of risk that it is shadow banned, and mine came back high. That's fun, but I feel like I have to keep up with it nonetheless. But yeah, I mean, it's just running the social media accounts for 3 businesses is kind of insane. And I wouldn't suggest anybody do it unless that's your full-time job and you don't have to actually run a business. Oh, and I have a few meetings today for Good Psyche, and then I need to finish editing this video and get it posted today. Now that I'm officially managing The Littlest Apothecary, which is a little farm shop that sits on the north corner of the property, I am ordering some new products to update our inventory. I am cleaning up our inventory. I am also creating some marketing materials for our first big event, which is going to be Cars and Coffee. That is happening on next Saturday, the 29th in the morning. Cars and Coffee is like a international goings on. It's an event. It's not official. There's no like company called Cars and Coffee or brand called Cars and Coffee. It's not trademarked to my knowledge, but it's just these like unofficial groups that meet all over the country, all over the world, who are car enthusiasts. It's very casual. It's very like come one, come all. People bring their cool vintage cars and sports cars. I don't know if motorcycles go, but maybe in some cases they have motorcycles as well. It's just people gathering and mingling and looking at cool cars and having a coffee while they do it. So we're gonna host that at the Littlest Apothecary. We've got a big lawn space behind the shop where I'm gonna have people park up. So, ooh, that reminds me. I also have to order some orange cones to direct people of where to park. Otherwise that would be chaotic. I just also got picnic tables for back there so people can now sit and enjoy the beverages that I am getting, which I'll announce those when they arrive, but very excited about our new beverages. We've been working really hard on getting the vending machine back up and running. Dave has been a godsend. He like was able to help run the checks on it. He installed a new sensor for the door. He fixed one of the cables that was causing one of the shelves to not be able to move. And so we're like 95% there to having this thing back up and running. And then I just have to stock it and program it and we're good to go. So I'm pushing to get that ready and have it ready for next weekend. We're also doing a massive push right now to completely rebrand and update our website for both Fallbrook Farms and for Shannon's acupuncture practice. So trying to bring more cohesion of the overall Fallbrook Farms brand across our digital presence. So that's a good example of an average day in building a new baby business. In this case, 2 new baby businesses, being Good Psyche and the Apothecary. Ooh, and also quick plug, I have a podcast episode coming out, I believe on Sunday, with Wellness Matters, and I have a video interview that'll be coming out on YouTube, and it'll also go out, I think, in their newsletter and probably their Instagram, I would guess, for this publication called Reality Sandwich. Just a couple of features coming out soon, more to follow. I'm gonna get to work. I've got to prep for this meeting. Thank you guys so much for watching, and comment for what sort of content you'd like to see. I'm in a place where it's such an eclectic space that I can show you a myriad of different things. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see more of. Thanks again for watching. Bye guys.